Today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your display for your iPhone 7 Plus. So if you have a broken screen like this one, it's actually working, but the screen is broken. It is noticeable, so kind of noticeable, not that much. So what you need to do is to grab the new one. I'll leave it in the description where you can buy one. Alright, so we're gonna put the new one to a side for a second, and we're gonna disassemble this one right here. To remove it, you need to remove the two screws right at the bottom by the jack. Sometimes you need to use a magnet to pull them out. So remove those two screws at the bottom, and next you want to grab a opening tool. I'm going to use a guitar pick. You want to put it right at the suction cup right here, and you want to hold it here. I'm going to pull it with my index finger, with the thumb, and the other one I'm just going to push it outward. So I'm just pushing it like this and pulling this up. And I'm going to stick this opening tool right there on the bottom, and not too much inward, just a little bit. I'm just wiggling around. Go to the side, just wiggle it around, make sure you get it open right there. Do the other side, and that's it. Now you can just lift it up. The connectors are on the side, so this one is broken, so I'm not worried too much about damaging it. Next, what you need to do is to remove this cover here and the cover on top. First, we're going to do this one here because there's a battery connector right there. So let's go grab. Alright, this one there is special screw heads, so you won't be able to open them with a normal screwdriver or cheap ones. I recommend you guys to grab on the iFixit tool set. I'll leave it in the description. Alright. We are going to be using a special screw set, which is, it's an Y00. That's the number on this one. So we're going to remove this screw. A really tiny screw. Put them where you can see, don't lose them. Alright. Now we're gonna remove this cover. This cover is to hold the connectors. And the next is to grab a, I don't use tweezers because I don't want to shorten the legs. I'm gonna use an opening tool or a plunger, whatever you call this. I don't know what you call these things. So this is plastic. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna I see somebody's calling here, so there's a message coming through. Right, before we disconnect it, we're gonna disconnect the battery, which is this one right over here. So you're gonna put it right underneath and just lift it up. So there's your battery. Once we remove the battery, we don't have to worry about shortening anything. Just remove that one, the one underneath. Now we're gonna remove this cover right there. This cover is the camera and the things on the top. I'm gonna remove this jack right there. There we go. We're gonna have the broken one, and we're gonna put side by side the new one. So we're gonna grab the stuff from here and we're gonna place it here. First, we need this bottom plate. This is a supporting plate. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws on the sides. So I'll remove the side screw. Alright. We need to remove the screw right here, all the 3 screws down here. Remove the bottom plate. Now we need to remove the home button right here. You have to disconnect the cable right here. You want to stick it between these 2 ribbon right there and just twist it around. It's gonna take it right there. Now we need to remove this one nicely. We don't want to damage it. So I'm going to use a tweezers. You can use a heat gun to heat it up from the other side a little bit, but it has an adhesive tape. Or with the tweezers, just go underneath slowly and lift it up. And then the button comes from the other side. Alright, remove this home button. Next, we're gonna remove the speakers on the top camera. And these are different screw, just a regular Phillips. Remove the cover. Now we can remove this bottom plate. Put it right here. And the camera is right there. Remove the speaker. The camera has a double-sided adhesive tape too. So gently remove this one too. Alright. Now we removed pretty much everything from here. We don't need this one anymore. Right, this one, it comes with a mesh and the plastics, everything. So on this one, you can just actually trash remove this cover on top, this speaker cover. There's some part of the glass particles here. Remove the glass particles. You need to remove as much as you can. There we go. We don't need that neither. So we have the microphone and the camera and the contacts. Now down here, you're gonna remove this blue tape here. This is for adhesive tape. Make sure everything is in place, nice and snugly. Alright, now we're gonna lay down everything here. Make sure the contacts are right. There's only one way it goes in, so there's no other way. So if it doesn't go in, it won't close. So Make sure everything is in place. That one is right there. Grab the speaker. Put the speaker first. The camera goes on top of the speaker. Put it in the box. Grab the bracket on top. Hold the bracket with one hand. And then put the screws, pretty much. Simple as that. All you need is a little bit of patience. Don't rush, don't rip them apart. Be gentle. You need to be very gentle and be very patient. Don't stress out. Don't be like it's not coming out. It will come out. All you need to be have a little bit of your own time, and that's it. There you go. Simple as that. That one is in there. Okay, you need to pass these cables through this hole right there. I wonder why it's not going. It will. I know why. Yeah. You don't want to lift it too much. I forgot to remove this tape right here. Remove the tape right there. No need to remove the other tape. So this way you can move everything nicely. There we go. Nice, everything is in place. Down here, everything's gonna get really simple. You need to put the home button. And where the home button goes, I have to lift this a little bit. Take the home button down. It must go the other way. Once it's in there, I'll put the plastic cover right on top so it won't go back down. Remember, the other cover must go over, so that one, bend it over, goes right just like that, and snap in the connector. You must do a simple click. If it doesn't click in, it's not in. Okay, it's too much outward. Push it a little bit back. There we go. Again, you have to be very gentle. Once you have the contact in, now we want to put the bracket for the home button. We can go ahead and put the screw on this side. Alright, now we're gonna grab the bracket and put it straight on top and put the screws in. Alright, now that we got those in, we need to put the side screws on both sides of the screen. There are about 4 or 5 of them, maybe more. Three on one side and 2 on the other side. Alright, now that we have all the cables in here, and this cable right there, we're gonna grab the cell phone. We're gonna lay it down in the same position that we took. We're gonna plug in the camera first. Alright, once we have the camera in, we're gonna go ahead with the other two ones. There's that one. And this screen. Now, I'm actually gonna put this one on the back to support the screen. We're gonna put the bracket on the top part first. There are 3 screws right there. But now that we have the top bracket in, you're gonna grab the bottom bracket. And before you put the bottom bracket in, we need to plug in the cable for the battery. So grab this cable and just snap it in place. And there we have it. Put the bracket straight right on top. They're very slippery, tiny. Alright, pretty much we are done. So we're gonna just grab it. Before we just snap it in, you have to put the top side down. You need to slide this side inward. So grab this side and just slide it right underneath the frame. Once everything is aligned up here, you want to work it around it. Just push down. Go all the way down to the corner. Alright, now we can finish up by putting the last 2 screws. Before we do that, we're just going to power on to make sure we have power. And the logo is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now we can continue by putting the last screw at the bottom. I'll leave the link in the description for the screw set I use. And I hope you guys like this video. If you guys liked it, click that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. And if you have any question, requests, leave them in the comment area and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.